This is me, trying really hard to get through an 18-page article in our office. I know, fascinating. Every time I get distracted, you will hear the bell.
Richard Quest just being very, very exuberant.
I'm a wellness reporter, so I read dozens of long articles for work every week. But now, it's a 30-minute test of my attention span, which is not great. Science says there are things we are all doing throughout the day that drain the energy it takes to stay focused and make the long days longer. I just finished. I want to know just how bad my attention span is and if I can make it any better. So I am starting a 30-day training regimen to see just how much it can improve.
I believe that everybody can improve.
To guide my training, I spoke to Professor Glorya Mark, who's been studying attention span for over 20 years. She wanted me to take the next 30 days to figure out what I'm spending all my mental energy on, so I can cut out the stuff that's not helping. She said, first thing is to figure out my peak productivity and peak distraction times.
We see two attentional peaks for most people in mid-morning, at mid-afternoon after lunch. But these attentional peaks are very individual.
It is day 2, and I am sort of keeping track of the peaks and valleys of my attention span throughout the day so I can organize my days a little better moving forward. Dr. Mark said I should do the hardest things during my attention peak times, and easy things like email at other times. As part of the experiment, I also deleted social media apps. Not having them when I wanted a distraction was pretty difficult, but it taught me something. Instead of scrolling, I started taking more meaningful breaks. Dr. Mark says to keep them short. They're just meant to settle the mind. So I'm trying to make sure I get significant breaks with some outdoor time, and so I'm having my lunch outside. The hardest part of this was on days when I was really tired. Dr. Mark's answer to this is something called meta-awareness.
Meta-awareness means paying attention to what you're doing as it's unfolding. A way that we can do this is to probe ourselves, to become aware of when we're doing these automatic actions. Do I need to check email right now? Nope. Okay, continue work. Or I'm going to write a few more paragraphs, and then I will reward myself and take a break. It can help restore that tank of resources.
It's a dreary and sleepy day, but I've really been trying to stay in the office and get everything done here so that I can go home and really recharge. And the other technique that I think made the most difference for me is called practicing forethought, or thinking of your future self.
Now, people tend to think of your future self 5 years from now. Think of your future self at the end of the day, or even at lunchtime. Where do you want to be? What do you want to be doing? That's your goal. When you have that visualization, you have this goal of how you want to feel. It's a great incentive to stay on track.
I'm really happy with how I pushed through when I was feeling my attention span get low. Did I finish everything that I had on my to-do list this morning? No, definitely not. But I got a lot more done than I thought I could when things started getting a little bit hard. Okay, it's time to do the test again. The 30-day training was a little bit harder than I expected. I think what this really showed me is that there's so many things all the time vying for my attention, but I know vying for all of our attentions. And at times it can feel like multitasking or switching between the different tasks. Okay, I finished. Is going to help maximize our day. And I really learned that being really intentional about how I structure my time and making sure that I give my full attention to work when I need to work, rest when I need to rest, and play when it's time for play is actually the best way for me to make the most of my time.